Hey everyone, David here with you, Bill, and Diddy's mother, Janice Smalls Combs, has released a statement, and I will tell you what she said. As local 10 news, Bridget Mayer know it. Um, in the statement, she says her 54-year-old son may have lied about the domestic violence that was caught on bail, but that doesn't mean he is guilty of the sexual assaults he's accused of. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be. She said in a statement, according to Fort Lauderdale-based attorney Natalie um, Natalie G. Fingers. A Houston-based attorney announced on Tuesday that he was representing 120 victims of Diddy's alleged sexual misconduct. The music executive is also awaiting trial for sex trafficking at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. And I will read to you her entire statement to Local 10 News. Uh, Janice Smalls Combs, the mother of Sean Combs, through her unsigned counsel and on behalf of the Combs family, releases the following statement. I come to you today as a mother that he is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son, Sean Combs. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies, to bear witness what seems like a public lynching of my son before he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. Like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court, to finally serve his side and to prove his innocence. I am not here to portray my son as perfect because he is not. He has made mistakes in his past, as we all have. My son may have not been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel's surveillance showed otherwise. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. This is why I believe my son's civil legal team ought to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of constricting it to the end, resulting in a RICO tactic effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt. It is important to recognize that none of us, regardless of our status, are immune to fear or mistakes. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty or the resulted allegations and to the grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongly convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken out of them not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, not because they gave fake image of what this society considers to be a good person. History has shown us how individuals can be wrongly convicted due to their past actions or mistakes. Watching the world make jokes and laugh at my son's life crumbling before our eyes is something I can never forget. It is truly appalling to watch the world turn against my son so quickly and easily over lies and misconceptions while ever hearing his side or offering him the opportunity to protect his side. Those lies quickly my son's civil legal team settled his ex-girlfriend's lawsuit, so they believe they can receive a quick payday by falsely accusing my son false allegations of sexual assault defraud two victims of sexual violence for getting the justice they deserve. To make matters worse, the federal government is now using those lies to persuade my son. This injustice has been unbearable for our family. The worst part of this ordeal is watching my beloved son to be stripped of his identity, not for what he did, for what people chose to believe about him. I ask his supporters, fans, colleagues, friends, and the public to not judge him before you read the chance to hear his side. I beg you to think about those who've been wrongly persuaded, to remember that not everyone who has made mistakes in life deserves to have their entire existence judged by a single action or few mistakes. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be, and he deserves the chance to tell his side. I can only pray I am alive to see him speak his truth and be vindicated. Respectfully submit on behalf of Janice Smalls Combs and the Combs family. So there you have it. Janice, she's not missing words. She's not backing out. She's defending Diddy while she sent this entire scheme to local 10 news. And overall, she's backing him in his corner while Diddy is still in jail while he awaits trial. And overall, I'm not surprised that she released this statement, because this is the first time we hear Diddy's mother spoken out about Diddy's legal troubles, especially as you know, Diddy has many lawsuits, many accusers, and overall, these alleged crimes that Diddy committed. So overall, it will be interesting how this all plays out in a trial while Diddy awaits for his trial. Alright, so everyone, treat each other with respect and stay at home. And yes, guys, clip David Jew and Ricky Jew in the background. Goodbye, everyone.